Hi, CrazyDiamond here. So it's currently day 2 of the new Pure Fiction as of the time of this recording. I tried clearing it yesterday when it came out, but my account doesn't have many follow-up attack units, so I struggled a lot and ended with only about 51k points. So I was like, wow, this Pure Fiction is insanely hard for my account. I don't think I can clear it. So I just continued on with my day. But as I was scrolling through X, I came across a tweet by Razor Language. You've probably seen some of his tweets. He does character explanations in simplified Razor language. And he tweeted this. The tweet says, okay, I don't want to hear you can clear all content with F2P characters kind of bullshit argument anymore unless someone shows me proof of clearing the current PF with F2P characters. What the fuck is that PF? And the majority of the comments were agreeing that this PF is pretty difficult. So it wasn't just me. So I thought, well, if it's so hard, then maybe I'll just settle with my current score, wait for Acheron and try it again after I get her maybe. But no, my silly little theory crafting brain was like, maybe there is a way I can beat it. So I cooked and cooked all night long in the kitchen yesterday, and I found the recipe. The recipe to completely wiping the first side of the new Pure Fiction.
I taste some malice in you.
Upgrade configured. Sounds linger. Huh. Say my name when a tree suns a rays. Once and again, telling a story lost in time. The way it starts and the way it ends. Never again making a story seem dismay. With zero stop, but just one end. How I love to embrace the future breaking out of shade from the past, still a Save your tears for the day so far away. To irrigate the wilderness that's still the sea in the world, waiting to be lit, to spread over the riverbed so dry and dead. Let ships there and aground, relaunch the sails. How I love to embrace the future breaking out of shade from the past, still ablaze. Seeds bear new life, wildflowers that petals linger far, awaiting one last dance, shaking off all the dust from the past. New stories have yet to start.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
So yeah, the solution was crit fucking PELA. It literally cleared with one whole cycle left too, like that's actually insane. Alright, let's move to my character builds, then I'll explain why this team works. Starting with Crit PELA. My PELA is only built halfway, as you can see she's level 70, not ascended, and as for her traces, they're decently leveled. Her ult is very important and the talent might help quite a bit, so I do recommend leveling both of them to a decent level. She is E6, Pepe W unrelatable, I know. Her Eidolons are pretty important as well, especially her E4, which reduces the ice resistance of enemies, increasing the damage of the entire Mono Ice team. For her light cone, I am using S5 tutorial mission, which gives EHR to increase the chance of PELA's debuffs still hitting even with a crit build, and the additional energy is really helpful in order to get your ult quicker. Small disclaimer, I do have Ranmei's signature light cone, so I do get 10 energy for free per cycle, but that doesn't matter as much since for this strat, the main goal is to reach the deer in 0 cycles anyways. For her relics, I'm using the 4-piece win set for the action advance for more skill point generation and more ults, which gives more turns, which gives more skill points, which gives more energy for more ults. Yeah, you get the idea. For the planner set, I'm using Penacony as I'm running a Mono Ice triple damage dealer team, so Penacony increases Jingliu's and Herda's damage by a ton. These are her pieces: insane crit body, speed boots, pretty good ice sphere, and one of the energy regen ropes of all time. These are her final stats, pretty decent overall with 135 speed and 54.8% effect hit rate. The next piece of the puzzle is Herta. She's level 80, leveled traces. Don't ask why her skill is a level higher, I meant to level her talent but accidentally leveled her skill instead. Anyway, she is also E6. If you don't have Herta at E6, respectfully, please do your simulated universe and get her to E6 now. Her E2 does give her 15% crit rate, so that's really helpful, and the extra trace levels help as well. I'm running S4 Birth of the Self. You can run the new Erudition light cone from the MOC shop. If you don't have this gacha light cone, that's fine. For her relic sets, I'm running her on the 4-piece ice set with 2-piece Salsodo. These are her pieces: crit rate body, attack boots, as a majority of her damage will be from her follow-up attacks, and in the triple damage dealer team, she is going to a lot. Ice sphere and attack rope, with these being her final stats. Now I'm not sure about the exact minimum stats you need to get 40k, but I'll explain more on the steps and requirements to getting 40k later on, and you can try it out with your own Herda to see if you can full clear. Next up is Jingliu, my beloved. She is of course level 80, max traces, E0S0 on S5 Fulven Eon, 4-piece ice set with 2-piece Rutilant with these pieces: crit damage body, speed boots, ice sphere, and attack rope. These are her final stats: 1 speed slower than PELA at 134. You do need to make sure she is slower than PELA so that PELA goes first. Jingliu's crit rate is a bit on the low side because I usually run her with Fu Shren, who gives 12% crit rate, but for the purpose of this showcase, I couldn't run Fu Shren, and I CBA fishing for more crit rate. Hey, if it works, alright? Not critting is just a massive skill issue, honestly, you should just get luckier. Last but not least, here's my Ranmei, level 80, E0 S1 with her signature light cone, 2-piece thief and 2-piece messenger with 2-piece Penacony. She's running a HP body, speed boots, HP sphere, and an ERR rope. These are her stats: super speedy Ranmei with 166 speed to generate skill points and 179% break effect plus 20 from her A2. Hopefully these builds have given you an idea on why these characters go absolutely crazy when played together, especially with Crit PELA. Now I'm going to explain how this team works and why this team can get to the deer in just 3 character turns. Starting off, you want to make sure you're taking the first buff, which gives you 2 Devious Flattery procs whenever you proc it. I did try this team with the second buff, which counts your ults as follow-up attacks because I have 3 high damaging ults in this team, But while you do proc Devious Flattery more often, getting 2 procs is just straight up better than getting only 1 proc, maybe 1.5 times faster than usual. Once you load into the starting field, you want to use all your techniques and end with PELA's technique to apply defense shred straight away to the first wave of enemies. Starting with Runmei basic or skill if you need energy onto the elite mob into ult, and following that up with a PELA basic or skill into ult should proc Herda's follow-up and clear the first 4 mobs. The key thing here is that you get the elite mob below 50% HP so that Herda spins 1 extra time and gets her ult, and from my testing, the only way to do this is with crit PELA. That's why she's so important. I have had instances where Herda deals too much damage with her follow-ups, causing Devious Flattery to proc twice on the elite mob, which you were going to kill anyways, so if that happens, just restart the run. You then Herda ult, which should kill the next 4 mobs, proccing her follow-up again and activating Devious Flattery. The best case scenario here would be for Herda's follow-up to kill the elite mob so that the first Devious Flattery proc kills the next 4 mobs, and then the second Devious Flattery proc carries over to wave 2 to deal some damage to the first few mobs there. But if you don't, that's fine as well, as long as you fully clear wave 1 with the setup so far. If this setup does not kill the entire first wave, you should restart until it does. Do keep in mind that Herda's Ascension 6 causes her ult to deal more damage to frozen enemies, so you do want to try an ult after the enemies are weakness broken with ice. After the second wave spawns, skill on Xingqiu targeting enemies that are 1 HP so you spawn the next mobs quicker, and then skill or ult the Trotter. This should proc Herda's follow-up once again, clearing mobs until the others spawn. Xingqiu skill if you haven't already on the newly spawned Trotter. PELA should have her ult back here, so if you have already used Xingqiu skill you can PELA ult here to proc Herda's follow-up and Devious Flattery. Once again, if you can make it so that the second proc of Devious Flattery hits the deer, that would be great, but it's still okay if you can't. Now here's the fun part. Facing the deer with its army of plants with 3 cycles left. If everything went according to plan, you should start the turn on Herda. Honestly, from this point onwards, you can just play it like you normally would without worrying too much. There's no script to follow here. Even if your characters start dying, just continue going for as many points as possible. If you get unlucky and one of your characters dies early, or if a lot of your characters get outraged by the plans, just restart. Trust me, you'll get a way better run. Lastly, for some things to take note of, you can substitute Xingqiu with other AoE damage carries such as Himeko, Xingyuan, Argenti, and even Crit Kafka, but you need to make sure that in the first 2 waves, each use of a skill or burst will trigger Herda's follow-up so that you reach the deer as fast as possible. Generally though, Xingqiu will be the best fit for this slot as she is ice, so she can take advantage of the stacking Penacony planner from both PELA and Runmei, as well as the ice weakness on the deer. Now I'm not sure whether Runmei can be substituted for any other Harmony units, as the value she provides from being able to use Penacony in the mono ice team to the extra weakness break efficiency on her skill is really insane. I tried playing Bronya in her place and that turned out okay, I guess? But feel free to share in the comments if any other Harmony units worked for you. With a free-to-play Herda and PELA, most players should be able to get at least 32 to 40k on the first side, and most teams should be able to comfortably get 20 to 28k points on the second half to reach the goal of 60k and get the maximum rewards. Test this team core of Crit PELA plus Herda out and let me know in the comments whether you guys had an easier time clearing after this guide, or if you guys could already clear before this. Leave a comment on the teams you used. Please be nice to each other in the comments and help each other out, okay? Okay. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Bye!